So we are currently at Shell Beach. We have travelled around Australia and seen many shelly beaches. This is Shell Beach, the Shell Beach.
Yeah, not shelly, shell.
It's not just a little bit shelly, it's shell. Made out of completely cockle shells.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I actually pictured the cockle shells to be the normal big cockle shells, but they're actually quite little. And most of them are fairly well crushed until you get to the water's edge.
It's not what you would imagine a beach would be. It is very, very firm.
Yes.
The beach, the actual water is a fair way out, even though the tide's out a little bit, but it doesn't really drain here because of the geology of the area.
Yeah, so I've taken some photos of the explanation of, because it's extremely salty, extremely salty. So if you actually swim here, I'd like it because you don't sink, but you come out in a layer of salt apparently. So
what's it say? It's twice as salty as the normal ocean.
Yeah, and and it's very shallow. Yes. You have to go out a mile to get past your knees.
I reckon probably 600-700 metres at the moment.
Yeah.
It's what, 40 k's?
44 kilometres from Denham.
From Denham.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a little
just
bit
as
of a
you
drive.
go across the pest fence, and there's a grid. They've actually got I think a nearly 10-foot high pest fence erected across the peninsula here to stop, because this is a World Heritage area. They're trying to keep any pest animals out. So just as you go across the coming towards Denham, that is, just as you go across the grid of the pest fence, you'll see the turn off on your right into Shell Beach. So it's worthwhile having a stop and have a look. It's it's different. It's very different. You think, oh my God, this is super white sand. It's not sand. G'day, we are Chris and Tracy. We made a life-changing decision, sold up everything in March 2022 to live in a caravan full-time, to travel and explore Australia. Come along and follow us as we live and share our dream.
Alright, so we've come out for a drive today to Monkey Mia. Now, I don't know how to put this. I had in my mind, I honestly hadn't done much research on it. I like to see places for myself, what they're like. I actually thought Monkey Mia was a town. It's not. It's the RAC resort. They own all the land here. So where I am standing now, I think just over here is where they have the dolphin tour, where they talk about the dolphin habitats. They feed every morning the dolphins, and you've got to pay a fee to see that talk. We've seen dolphins in the wild, so that isn't an interest to us. To me, that'd be more maybe families with young kids, international travellers who'd want to see that. But if we go further that way into the resort, you have to pay $15 entry fee. So your National Parks Pass, WA Parks Pass, doesn't count. And no matter what, you've got to pay. So we decided that we'll just come here for a drive, have a look. But to me, I don't want to pay $15 per adult, mind you, so $30 to go into a caravan park basically, or a resort. So this is as far as we'll go, Monkey Mia. The tide is out at the moment. It's only a 30 centimetre level of water out there, so it's very, very low. And at the moment, high tide is 1:30 in the morning, so we've completely missed real opportunities for swimming. So yeah, so Chris is just waiting here for me. I don't want to be like a negative Nancy, but I honestly don't see the point. If you go in there and spend the $30, $15 a head, you can use the facilities, you can use their swimming pool, which is fine, but we've got a pool at the caravan park that we can use. Yeah. So anyway, I'll get back in the car. And so what's your thoughts, Chris? I was just saying how it's disappointing that, well, first of all, before we came here, I thought Monkey Mia was a town, which is not.
Yeah, I think that's a very common perception.
Yeah.
It's just a resort, and I guess...
And it's a very expensive resort.
Yeah.
Like, at the moment, we're staying in Denham, and it's off-peak right now. We're in November, and we're paying, stay for 7, pay for 4. $208 a week. I called here because we were thinking about coming to stay here.
The week out here.
They're still charging $78 a night.
Plus the $15, plus the entry fee.
And guests still have to pay the $15 per head fee as well. On top of that. So
it's not per day, but it's still
one-off. But
if you're staying in the resort, that would be included in your stay. But
so to me, it's very just rip the tourist, and to me it's more for the international tourists, like I said. I think that's really what this place is for. World Heritage listed, you can do you know, for $125 a head, you can do the boat tour, eco tour, see the dugongs, which is one of the reasons why it's World Heritage listed. The dugongs are out here, which is fine, but
don't get us wrong. If it's on your bucket list and you want to spend the money,
absolutely, it would be lovely.
It would be absolutely awesome out here.
Yeah.
Just that it's beyond our price range, and that's the reality of our life.
And
you could probably stretch it, but then you run into the problems of shopping. Denham is
it's the only
20 minutes down the road, and it's got 2 supermarkets. One's a little IGA, the other one's, I can't remember what it's called. It's like it's a tiny.
It's an own name brand supermarket, but they are just basically tourist supermarkets. They don't have a huge choice, which is fine, because it's, you know, from what we've found and seen, that a lot of people come for a couple of days and then they continue on. We were originally planning to stay here for 10 weeks. Like, we had the booking and everything, but the issue is the supermarket, and we actually found out that the locals in Denham and this area, they actually get their shopping from Geraldton. There is a courier company, Northwest Couriers, that actually, you put your order in Coles or Woolworths online, and you go to delivery, and there's an option to choose remote, and you put in the address of your caravan park and they will deliver to you, but it's you have to have your order in online 2 days before. They pick up Thursday. You have to have your order in online 2 days beforehand, so by Tuesday. And
close of business Tuesday.
Yeah, and then they deliver Friday to you, which is what the locals do. So
which
they're
is an
able
awesome
to
service, because it's a fair way. It's a fair way back to Geraldton. Really.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's what the locals do, and so the local supermarkets here are pretty much for the tourists. And there's a selection, don't get me wrong, and it's not overly expensive. I mean, it's a little bit.
It's like some things were, some things weren't.
But there's just not the huge choice. And like I said, I don't want to come across as being a negative Nancy, but I guess we've always said that we'll say how we see things when we're travelling, and our opinion only. Other people probably, but also we've just had a discussion about this the last couple of days, that we think travelling Australia, if you had a boat, that would change your whole perspective.
Particularly on this coast in the South Australia.
And South Australia, that would change your whole perspective and views of different towns. Because
when you're able to get out with if the wind allows you.
If the wind allows you, yeah, absolutely. So
there'd be nothing worse than having the boat that's windy all the time.
Give you a whole different perspective on all this area. But when you don't have a boat, and the tide's like it is at the moment, like 30 centimetres, unless you walk like 2 kilometres, you can't really go for a swim unless you just want to sit down and...
Although the beaches here don't, even when the tide's in, they're not deep.
No, they're not deep.
They're maybe knee to thigh deep. That's still 500 metres.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. We haven't got up to Exmouth yet, around the Ningaloo Reef area.
So we're hoping that there is more opportunity to go swimming there, because I still want to try beach
Yeah.
swimming and snorkeling. Chris is going to teach me how to snorkel, and hopefully I don't
He
panic.
bought a life jacket for her.
I know, because look, I'm not a strong swimmer. I do have my fear of water, so you know that's my excuse anyway. And I haven't done it before, and we'd just say that we've been on the road for over 2.5 years, and we had the first time we'd swum in the beach was in Perth at Yanchep Lagoon.
Yeah.
Because we seem to be we're in the wrong time, the areas at the wrong time of year. It's too cold, or then you go tropical north and then everything wants to eat you. So yeah, we just seem to have everything always out of sync. But anyway, we have pools. The pool in the caravan park is amazing.
Yep.
So it's great, and it's the second pool that we've come across. It's like Streaky Bay was the other one, where the salt levels are really high, and I float and I don't sink, so it's awesome.
But as far as Monkeys Mile is concerned, this was one of my bucket list items.
It was, yeah.
It's again, it's what you build a place up to in your mind when you get here. It can be a little bit of a letdown.
Look, I'm sure if you're staying at resort,
it's bad.
Yeah, it would be lovely, but also the other thing that disappoints me, why they're still charging $78 a night, the restaurant is closed. Like, it's. I was talking to a lady in the pool.
Not all the facilities are open. That's right.
Yeah, I was talking to a lady in the pool in our caravan park
off.
the other day, and she came for a visit, and she said, yeah, the restaurant's closed. There is a little cafe, she said, that is still open, but when the main facilities are closed, like if you're wanting to stay here and have a resort style holiday,
you expect all the resort
how are they still charging $78 a night? So yeah, and
that's the disappointing part. I don't mind. We were going we could stretch. We were going to, but then to find out a lot of the facilities are shut down because it's going into the off-peak season. It's not, for me, then it's not worth spending the money.
Not $78 a night.
We'll move on. Morning. Today we've come for a drive out to Cape Lebrun.
Francois Peron National Park.
Francois Peron National Park. So you come out from Denham, it's an easy drive, you turn off into the national park. I'd say you could get two-wheel drive down to the precinct area where we are at the moment. That's where the hot tub is. From then on in is definitely four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Although the road is a little bit soft coming in, it's still got a hard base, so you get in here in two-wheel drive, but drive to the conditions. Anyway, so this is where we are at the moment. This is the Heritage Precincts District. We'll go for a wander in there. There is some hot tubs here that are fed by artesian bores that are cleaned Mondays and
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays they clean, so be aware if you come out here those days they won't be open, they'll be closed for cleaning.
Until 11 a.m.
They're free, but it is a $17 park entry to get in here. We have a 12-month National Park Pass, so we're covered for that. But to use the hot tubs and that, once you're in paid the park entry, it's all included. So we'll go for a wander and we'll show you what we can see in here. So we're just walking up the footpath now. We'll show you what's here. Okay, the hot tub is closed Mondays and Fridays between 8 and 11. So the hot tub's up that way, yeah. But this is the first building you come to. Oh, might go dark for a little bit.
Okay, 1616.
So it's like a history of the area.
Oh, when the Dutch traders were first coming. 1616, that's early, isn't it?
French perspective, you know. 1800s.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's going to show up in this.
It's actually surprisingly how well it does. Yeah.
It's a bit of a reflection though from the panels.
I suppose the fluorescent light may not help.
No, the fluorescent light will make it flicker. Stuck in here. Oh. Python. Oh, the reflection's bad. We'll go out the back.
So we got one of these brochures at the entrance.
Yeah.
So it's really good. It tells you the distance between each location.
Points, yeah. So we're going to show them the big map there, Tracy, on the one. We're going to try and get up to Skipjack Point right at the tip.
Yeah. So we're
just hold on the seat.
bit of wind. So we're down here. Yeah, we're going to try and get up to there. And like it shows, like it's 20 kilometres from there to there, 5 out to there, 16.
Yeah, you've got to be careful because there is a salt lake there. You've got to travel right down the side. If it does have any water, which doesn't get a lot of rain out here, it does become quite soft. They do actually close the park off because of that. So be aware if you have got any rain here, you might be able to get out here. Anyway, let's go see if we can find the hot tubs.
Oh, nice big green ball.
Yeah. Well, you can tell this coming out of a bore then, can't you?
I think this is the one that they said that they've taught the grass to deal with the heat of the water from the artesian.
Right.
Yeah. So it's been educated.
Mhm.
in heat. Oh yeah, that's hot.
I think it says it's 40 degrees.
Wow.
They've limited it to 40 degrees. Actually, it used to come out of the water hotter, the ground hotter, but now they've capped it at 40.
That is quite well feel it.
Ooh, okay.
I don't think I'd like to sit in that though.
It doesn't, although it's bore water, so
I know it's the minerals, but
yeah, but it's
I
clean.
like to see. I know it's cleaned
Yeah.
twice a week.
It was cleaned yesterday. Today's Saturday, so.
That's true. Yeah, I know. It's just my head in water.
Yeah, so we're not going to spend a great deal of time going through these buildings here because we want to
Get on the road.
want to get on the road and get forward, because it is some parts are a little bit more difficult, so we want to leave a good part of the day to get out there and get back. We don't want to get caught out in the dark, so we'll move on. We'll go back to the car and we'll get on the trail. Just near here, just past the precinct area, for those of you who wonder if you come out here you haven't got a pump to pump up your tyres, they've actually got tyre inflation station here.
Yep.
So you don't have to have onboard air. You can let your tyres down here at the
We can show it.
historic precinct area and pump your tyres up when you get back. So we'll show you when we come across it.
So they actually have information board here for people who aren't overly experienced with four-wheel driving. So, you know, a few tips about if you get bogged, not to spin the tyres, put it in low 4, and reduce the tyres to, they recommend 20 psi for most four-wheel drives, and that's what we're letting ours down to, because yeah, it's certainly even here quite it's very sandy, and that red sand that everybody loves. So yeah, we'll be back on the road in a minute when the tyres are down. Okay, we're aired down. So the map tells us from that airing station it is 2 kilometres to the first turnoff, and that is to the big lagoon. And
Campground area.
it's what, sorry?
It goes out to the campground area.
Oh, okay. And that track is 10 kilometres, so it's really good. It's really informative, tells you exactly how far to expect each track to be. So we'll see you when we get to the big lagoon. And what have you got the car in?
Just got it in 4 high. It's not that soft at the moment.
Yeah, so let's excuse the National Parks past clearing there, but that's what we're looking at the moment.
We've told them we're being down to 20.
Yep.
Recommended
20, yep.
You can always go lower. It gets a lot softer towards the very top.
Yeah, yep. Alright.
As you can see what's coming now, there's people drag caravans out here, so it's this part of the track out to the big lagoon isn't that difficult.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Corrugated, yes. Difficult? No.
Alright. We'll see you shortly. So the parking's a little weird. I think over time they've been moved because they're not really where you fit. Anyway, there is a warning sign over there that there can be stonefish in the lagoon, so I won't be going on that one, that's for sure. We'll see if we can get some nice drone footage and then not go in the water. Very pretty though. Chris has managed to move the car there. The other people just left, so it's perfect time for him to get the drone up. Hopefully it's not too windy for that. It's picked up a little bit. See how he goes. But then the wind is our friend, because then there's no flies. So I'm happy with wind. Alright, we are now at Herald Bight. There's a story in the brochure that a guy called Krosker, I think. He was a bit of an entrepreneur back in the day and happened to be one-legged, and he would ride his horse all the way from Denham to Herald Bight to trade with the pearlers. Now, just looking at the ground here when I first get out, it's like the mother of pearl shell everywhere here. So if I just, it's just everywhere on the beach here, and you can sort of see all along there. But then you look at that water, how amazing is that? So Chris is just trying to deal with the drone at the moment. We can't get the footage off, and you've got to get some footage off to free up the memory card to do some more drone footage. So he's playing with that. Oh, this sand is really hot. Really hot. Let's see if I make my way. Oh yeah, just look at this. It's just everywhere. Oh. With the... oh, my feet need a cool off. It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. And it's only like 28 degrees today. I hate to come here on a really hot day. Alright, let's go cool my feet off. And shells. Somebody's fishing out there. There's a couple of campers over there. Ooh. pointy ones like that, they're the ones that you've got to worry about the creatures inside them, yeah? Well, I'm a bit out of my depth here. Anyway. See, I'm scared of the ocean. Everything wants to bite you or eat you. Shadows in the way. I don't know what that is. I think. Oh yeah, I can see there's creatures inside the little... Is that a hermit crab? Is that what hermit crabs are? I think that's what it is. Oh, I can see fish in the water. Okay, I'm just going to go on the very edge and cool my feet off without Chris's backup support in this. My anxiety. Whew. Alright. I mean, my toes are only covered. I'm already having anxiety. Oh my god. Look. Toes. That's it. Alright. I'm going to get him to come down. Okay, so this is the way in and out of Herald Bight.
Very soft.
Very soft. Hey.
Do you want to go to the toilet or not?
I'll wait till the next stop.
Okay. Someone think the jet ski might have been damaged.
Yeah, somebody's left their skidoo there. Or sea-doo, whatever they're called. Alright, next stop. Okay. This is definitely the salt flats hit part here. So there was a gate back earlier that I'm sure if it had been raining and it was not suitable to drive, they would shut that so people couldn't drive up here. But yeah. Amazing how the terrain changes.
It certainly is. What was the last place?
Herald Bight. Yeah.
Herald Bight. The entrance onto the beach is pretty chopped up at the moment.
Yeah.
And soft. So maybe walk it before you attempt it. If you're not confident or if you haven't done a bit of sand driving before. There were plenty of people on the beach when we were there. But it's not to say that's always going to be the case, so.
Yeah. Yep, it was rocking and rolling.
Oh, yeah. The old stutter bumps or the corrugations, however you want to put them, they're probably about 2.5, 3 foot deep.
Yeah.
So it's chopped up.
Alright, so we're still heading north now. So the Herald Bight was sort of the east side. Now we're going
To the tip.
To the tip. Alright, so of course GoPro being GoPro did its thing and wouldn't film when I wanted it to film before. Coming down to Catawell, let's just say it's extremely soft. And just looking at it, nobody else has been here in a little while. I mean, there is tyre tracks here, but we're a little concerned about our getting out. But anyway, I'll turn you around and show you Catawell. There is no camping here. I mean, it is still pretty, but very, very soft. Oh my god, that sand is so hot. So hot. So we've got to try and do the obligatory walk to the beach. Alright, we made it to the beach. It's actually a bit deeper here. Yeah. So it'd probably be a nice little spot over there for snorkeling. But yeah, let's see if we get out of here and if the GoPro keeps recording when it's supposed to.
Getting off the beach easier than getting on the beach.
Okay. I was worried, but that was easier than I thought it was going to be.
I've still got to get through some rough patches though.
Okay. Oh god.
It's rough. Oh, look at this one.
What?
Big flower.
Big flower. Really hard to hold a camera steady when you're rocking and rolling. Yes, so definitely four-wheel drive only.
Yeah, the 6 longy's got some nice big deep ruts.
Yeah, and we're in four-wheel drive low right now. Oh god. Get a workout. Well, need the car. Holy heck. Oh, we're nearly up to the salt flat bit.
I'll take it out of the low range.
Oh boy. Alright, so heading north again. Because we turned the corner from being out at Cattle Wells, we couldn't get up speed. And yeah, the road's just gradually getting worse. So I don't know how people take campers and stuff out here. This is not going to be very good footage, but it's very, very soft.
That's why, because the traction control.
Contraction. Traction.
That shouldn't have been. Come back on.
I did come back on. Oh,
Traction control rocks your power.
that was bumpy.
And extremely soft.
Yeah. Yeah, when they say four-wheel drive only, they mean four-wheel drive only. That's for sure. Wow. Oh, it's been a while since we've done something like this. The next stops, actually, all the rest of the stops say camping, but oh man.
So here,
Alright, what's this sign say?
South Gregory's 200 metres.
200 metres, okay. So we're
another
12k
12
from the tip. Alright. And we'll see what Gregory's is like, or South Gregory's, this one. South Gregory's. There's South Gregory's and Gregory's. And always turning the corners is the interesting part. If there's, oh no, this doesn't look too bad here. Alright, another GoPro malfunction. I swear to God, we are going to go away from GoPro soon. Where you get into any sort of heat, do not like it. Anyway, here's South Gregory. Yeah. Pretty. Alrighty, so we weren't going to go onto the beach here because it looks quite soft as well. So we'll head, this was South Gregory, we'll head up to Gregory. There was just a toilet here. And I think no overnight stays here. I think there is a campsite down,
areas over that side.
so down that way, yeah. Yeah, but so Oh yeah, there's two. Yep. Yeah, campgrounds down there.
Mind you, you'd have to be keen to drag any sort of camper trailer and all that up here because the road is horrendous.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You do a lot of bouncing. Alright, next stop, this, yeah, I mean it's actually 31 degrees now, but yeah, the minute it hits close to 30, GoPros don't like it at all.
Or if you do any sort of filming really, because they heat up.
They heat up, yeah, I know. Anyway, it's enough of my whinging about my GoPro. We'll show you the next spot if it looks alright to go in. Yeah, we gotta come back yet. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's getting
sorry to anyone who gets seasick. You might not like this footage. Huh. So we started this at 10 o'clock this morning. It's already 10 to 2 and we're not up there yet and we've got to come back. Oh my god. I think we should have started earlier.
Let's see if we can find this for swivel line.
Oh Lord.
These stutter bumps are so bad.
Alright, we have finally made it to Skipjack Point. We skipped a few on the way just to get here because seriously that road is horrendous. It's quite windy up here, but Chris is going to put the drone up, not near the water because we don't want to lose it, but I think the contrast between the reds and the blues is just going to be amazing. Just see from here how gorgeous is that. So there's actually a tour 4-wheel drive Mustang there at the moment. So yeah, we'll get some drone footage here and then we'll go to Cape Peron and then go back and do it all again. So far it's taken us 4 hours. Cape Peron's I think about 1.5 kilometres up the road. So yeah, you have to allow a full day to do this trip. Probably should have started a bit earlier than 10 AM, but oh well, that's life. We're just going to make sure that there's other people around for the way back, because yeah, it gets a bit hectic, that's for sure. Alright, I'll show you the drone footage that Chris gets and we'll move on. Alright, after 4.5 hours, the wind's died out a bit, flies are up. Finally at Cape Peron. Whoa! Have a look at that view. Now, the tour has stopped here, looks like maybe to have a barbecue lunch, so I don't think we'll have an opportunity to get the drone up, unfortunately. But we did at the other spot at Skipjack Point, which is fairly similar water, and the reds and the blues, it's just really pretty. Come down here a bit. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't want to be too long because Chris is actually reluctant to stop the car. When we stopped at Skipjack Point, stopped it there, when he restarted it, it didn't want to start. Took a couple of goes to get it going, so obviously the beast didn't enjoy his four-wheel drive trip. Or her. I call it her. So I'm going down here, get a few shots, and then get back in the car to head back 4.5 hours. It's definitely, again, deeper water here. So yeah. Alright. We've made it. I'll take a few photos and then we'll get going again. Alright. Excuse the hat hair. Keeping it real. Anyway, 2 pet peeves. 1. On our way back, we had that, I mean, when you first come in at the tyre deflation, inflation part, signs there, this is the last bin. Keep you, either throw your rubbish out now or keep it in the vehicle. On our way back from Cape Peron, 1 glass bottle had been thrown out the window. Somebody's obviously run over it, smashed to smithereens. Down the track a bit, and this wasn't on the way up, so it's on the way back. Somebody's done this, and then just down the road, somebody's dropped one of those monster cans on the ground. It's not on. Like, you don't need to do it. Keep it in your car.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Anyway, number 2, we just came across some people that were bogged. Obviously not, and they're only just at the start of where it got bad.
Really bad.
Really bad. And they were very bogged. And they had no recovery gear. They had road tyres, and they obviously have no idea. Don't want to be rude, but really, there's warnings at the start, and you don't do this sort of track without the safety gear. And luckily there was guys that were, they look like trucks from the mines.
Yeah, they were
and there was a car full of Kiwis, and they stopped and helped them out. Like they
got to it before us.
Yeah, they got to them before us, and they helped them out and pushed them out. But they were going that way. They couldn't turn around where they were, but hopefully they get to a point where they can just turn around and come back, because they're going to have some major troubles and continue to have troubles if they keep going that way, because they just don't have the gear for it.
And the other thing too is, because we're running the UHF, we'd heard someone was saying, oh, there's a car stuck, I wonder if they're okay. And
Yeah,
they just kept on driving.
They passed them. They kept
Just
going.
Left them there.
Who leaves someone bogged? Like, would you want someone, like, if we were stuck, how would it feel if people just kept going by you and just left you there? It's been 32 degrees, and if there's people, obviously, you know, I mean, we could have got stuck, yeah, but we have the gear to try and get out, and a bit of, Chris has a lot of experience driving in this stuff, but yeah, we were horrified, because we kept looking everywhere. It's like, well, we're going to come across these people, they're obviously stuck somewhere, and people have just gone past them. But luckily these guys had left just before us. They got to them before us and helped them out. But oh, that's a concern, mate. If you're not confident, like, join one of those tours that the guy had. He had a 4-wheel drive, you know, what are they called? Truck things.
Yeah.
And join one of those. Like, way safer. It's too easy.
Just because your car says 4-wheel drive doesn't necessarily mean it's not go anywhere.
No.
You still got to know how to drive. You still got to have the right equipment.
And honestly,
have the right tyres.
It's been a full body workout. Like, I am sore.
It's probably been the roughest and the softest sand. It's not chalk powder. It's sand. Very, very, very fine sand. That I've driven in for a very, very, very long time. I was just looking at our scan gauge, and our training temp was sitting up on 100.
We reached 100, so yeah.
just because you have to, you're crawling along so slow. So.
Anyway, I don't like to, but sometimes things just really get to you, and that's my gripe for today. Yeah.
The other thing too is, even if you've got a little bit of experience or whatever, if you haven't, don't be the last one in the car park.
Yeah, that's
Always
right.
leave before someone else. At least you know if you do get stuck, hopefully the last person in line.
Yeah, exactly.
Will stop and help you. But don't be, if you haven't got the experience or the vehicle to do it properly, and you'd struggle to get in, don't leave last.
And these people, mind you, it's 3:15 in the afternoon now, and they're only coming in now, and they're already stuck. So why leave it to this time of day to do something that is clearly written on all the information about this area that it's definitely four-wheel drive, but you need experience. So anyway, that's my gripe. I may have to cut this video into two because I think we're getting rather long now. Oh, we just have a really long episode.
It is valid.
Yeah.
Well, that's the second time when we were out in Stockton Beach, we come across that Hilux, and it was very buried.
Yeah.
He just picked it up. He had 20-inch rims, low-profile tyres. Didn't even have it in four-wheel drive. Hadn't let his tyres down, and had not one piece of recovery. Not even a shovel.
No.
He had nothing.
Yeah.
And he's going, oh, it's a four-wheel drive. It should be able to drive here.
Yeah. Anyway, I hate to grow, but you know, we've always said that we'll keep things real and show and tell what really happens and what's out here, and just sometimes that's just a little frustrating. And really, with the rubbish, keep it. I mean, we only just stopped now to get a couple of drinks out of our fridge esky in the car, because you wouldn't be able to drink in that road.
There's absolutely no way.
So we just stopped now. Oh my god. But like when we're finished, we'll keep it in the car and put it in a bin when we get back into town. It's like, there's no need for it. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going on. I've got my gurus up. It's yeah. Anyway, that's it. We're back to the nice flat salt pan
for now,
until we reach the other side, and then but it doesn't get as rough as what it was up there, or where that was. I don't think I've actually ever experienced anything like that, other than the only other four-wheel driving, but it wasn't sand, it was more rocks. It was Wanangata up in the high country. But that's a different type of four-wheel driving.
Yeah, it's different,
yeah. But yeah, that was an experience, that's for sure. Anyway, but I must say it's been an enjoyable experience. It's been different. It's been a workout. My back is killing me.
The old Y62 is pretty capable when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty good. Anyway, I think that will be it for us for this episode. Now I think it's probably way longer than normal. But that's okay. You'll have an extended video because we always put them out as we do it. So you're not going to see it in 3 months' time down the road. If it's a longer video, it's a longer video. Anyway, till the next one, guys. See you then. Bye.